What up, Josh?
Nothing much. How are you guys doing?
Not too great, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
all
you were
right.
a little under the weather.
Yeah, I still am. It's not fun, but it's okay.
For real. That stinks.
Yeah,
I spent the weekend just napping and resting, so I'm supercharged today.
that's awesome.
Frick yeah.
I worked Friday and Sunday, and then
Oof.
I work tomorrow.
Big oof.
Yeah. Had a lady had some frozen hamburger patties and she was cutting them with a knife. She was using like one of those like boning like fancy fillet knives, like a fishing knife,
Yeah,
basically.
it's long and skinny.
Shoved it through her hand. So when we got there, it was
Uh,
out of her hand. But
that'll leave a mark.
Well, are
yeah,
are you supposed to like leave it if you accidentally shank yourself like that, or
no, I mean, I feel like it didn't go all the way through her hand, so it would have been different if she would have gone all the way through her hand. But it was only like maybe an inch into her hand, like not all the
Yeah, I thought
way.
you were because you can like cause more damage trying to remove it.
yeah? So it
Yeah,
go.
but she just it was like right in the middle of the palm and just
Uh,
went straight out, so it wasn't like it was wiggling out and
try and do a
all that
magic
other
trick.
stuff. Yeah. It would have been
eh,
better to leave it in there, but it we got there and there was no like the blood was a little bubble on the top of her hand and it
So
wasn't bad.
too bad it was like the middle of her hand and not the outside. She could have had a fillet of fist.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Banger.
Uh she was a juggalo, so we talked about that for a little while.
Ooh,
Uh
that's cool.
All
that was
right, okay.
interesting.
Wait. Are you telling me that a juggalo didn't have a hatchet in their house?
Yeah, so
Dude, I
I'm
mean,
just
she
chopping the burgers with my hatchet.
might have.
Yes, I think that would have gone through the some frozen patties a little bit better,
Oh,
but what do I know?
yeah, it's crazy. It was an interesting one. Wasn't the most interesting that we've had recently, but I'd say the most interesting was the guy that played hide and go seek with a canine, uh, and in the back of a gas station. It did he lost the game.
Yeah,
Uh,
who would have thought?
who would have thought? He didn't apparently. Uh, so why don't we just go ahead and we'll just start it up, and if Sam joins us, Sam joins us, and if he doesn't,
Yeah.
we'll be all right. We can make it through. Welcome everybody to episode 29 of Hexproof from Ward. We almost have a whole regular month instead of a leap month of episodes that you can watch, like one a day for a month, and you'd be having a good
Ooh.
time. This is part 9 of our Chinese Zodiac deck building series, where we go on one of the animals for the Chinese Zodiac and build a deck around what that animal represents in the Chinese Zodiac. Uh, Year 9 is the year of the monkey, and Keith is going to go bananas and lead this deck build.
Brum, brum,
So,
brum.
before we get started, was there any Magic the Gathering news you guys saw while we've been apart for the past week that you wanted to talk about at all?
Yeah, I did. So the all the Spider-Mans were dropped, and then more importantly, all of the Omen Paths, like alternative art versions, were dropped, and I just really enjoy the uh, how they decided to take like a unfortunate situation of not having like digital rights and just kind of have fun with some tongue in cheek on like the names and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that we might have a paper product of some of these arts because like they got some good artists on some cards. They got some. It's real cute to have like instead of like spider people, it's like people with their pet spiders, and there's like a cute one. I'm spacing the name, but it's like a grandma, and they're like knitting a blanket together with her little spider friend. It's like
Oh,
adorable.
that's
That's
cool.
awesome.
I like live for some of these arts, and I hope they make it to paper someday.
I
Did
need to
you
look those up.
did you guys see the Venom Unleashed secret layer that dropped?
Was
The
that?
lands? Yeah.
No, there's lands and reskins of cards, and one of them is Damnation.
Uh,
So they're colors and inks. So there's an inked version and then like a black and white. I mean, there's a color version and then a black and white inked version. It's pretty cool. But I'll send it in the chat real quick.
yeah, I
You guys can
saw
check it out.
something else. It wasn't strictly Venom. It was just Spider-Man reprints, and they're pretty cool.
Yeah, the Super Drop has quite a few different things. Like we've got the Daily Bugle breaking news. That one's kind of hard. And that one's got Factor
Oh, those are
Fiction,
so cool.
Impact Tremors, Frantic Search, Scheming Symmetry, and Blasphemous Act. And then we've got Heroic Deeds, which has Ephemerate, Three Visits, Lightning Greaves, Soul Ring, Command Tower. Villainous Plots has Deadly Dispute, Go for the Throat, Lightning Greaves, Soul Ring, Command Tower. And then Venom Unleashed has Damnation, Dark Ritual, Peer into the Abyss, Surgical Extraction, Tendrils of Agony. And then you've got the Mana Symbiote uh, land packs that are the raised foils that we kind of saw in, I think it was the like March of the Machine uh, crazy bundle that you
Yeah.
could get um, that were, I could be wrong. I don't
All
know.
these
But
are looking pretty good.
Uh,
Or maybe Kaldheim. I can't remember. They had some cool, like, metal looking lands too.
mhm.
Might be March of the Machines, though. I don't know.
Also, it sounds like Sam's having internet trouble, so he might not be joining us.
Shucks.
Well,
Mm,
I did find the card I was thinking of that I love the art of, if I can rep it real quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was Yera and Oski, Weaver and Guide. It is adorable. Art by Julia Metzger. And it is a legendary creature, spider human hero with in web for planes. As Yera and Oski enter, look at an opponent's hand, then choose a card type other than creature. Spells of the chosen type cost one more to cast, so it's just kind of a little bit of a hate bear. But how can you hate like little grandma making a sweater with her little spider friend? It's so cute.
You
How
can't.
do you
You
how do you
can't.
spell any of that? I'm trying to look it up.
It's Yera, Yera, and Oski, Oski. I mean, how can you hate on Yera and her broski? I mean, no, I love that art. I might proxy it to just have like a physical copy of it because I
Yeah, I
love it.
think most people probably wouldn't.
It's so cute.
All right. I think we had a fun time
Oh,
asking a couple of questions
that is
last week.
cool.
Yeah, sure. You got some for us?
I've got a couple. I've got a
Okay.
couple. The first one. Did either of you have a favorite book series when you were growing up that you remember? Could be more than one.
Yo, I freaking loved Animorphs.
Ah,
Dude, Animorphs slapped.
um,
That's a good choice, Josh. I liked the covers where you could see like them changing from themselves into a horse.
Yeah, then like during like Scholastic Day, then like all the mean kids would like po point at like an in-between person and animal, be like, "That looks like you," and then make people cry. Good times.
Yeah, it was messed up. Yeah, yeah, it was a fun time. I
yeah,
was always a series of unfortunate events guy,
Yeah.
so
I
those
was
are always good.
pretty big into Harry Potter, I suppose. I was hype and read every book when it released. And
My mom and I went to almost every midnight release of those books. at
Dang.
like Barnes and Noble and stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah, I, I fell off on the last two going through, so I made it so far to then just be like,
Yeah.
I didn't graduate wizard school, unfortunately, just a wizard school dropout.
You guys ever read the Magic Treehouse books?
Yeah, those
Mm,
were great.
I don't know what that is. I don't think
Is
so.
that that's the ones where they went like back in time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those I love those. Those were actually really good. I might have actually read more of those than Animorphs. Then there's like multiple book series where you would have like protagonist going back in time to teach you history.
Hmm.
Wishbone was one that comes to
Nice.
mind. Remember I was freaked out because like it was like the Wishbone Odyssey, and they still had like the giant in the cave like eating people scene in there, in like
Oh
the
no.
Wishbone one. I was like, ah.
Have you read Timeline?
I have not.
It's Michael Crichton, the same guy who did Jurassic Park. They made like an early 2000s, 2010s movie out of it. It's pretty cool. It's a timey-wimey time travel thing, like paradox sort of situation. It's really cool.
And you had all the Goosebump books.
I probably watched more of that than I read that.
You had the Goosebump books, and the Goosebumps had like the Choose Your Own Adventure books, which were sweet. I miss Choose Your Own Adventure books.
I was a wuss as a kid. The covers were too scary for me. It's like too scary. Too scary. I don't want it. Too scary.
I took Eli to the library, and he got his library card. And guess how many books he can check out at one time?
Um,
10? I don't know.
I'm
10.
gonna
Okay, that's a good choice.
just say 9,000.
It's under 9,000, but
Okay.
it's more than 10. It's 100. He can
Oh wow.
Ooh,
Yeah.
check out
holy.
100 books at a time.
Oh my
That is
So
God.
more than that is more than I was genuinely thinking as the
That's
but if
nuts.
I wanted
it was a little crazy for me
Yeah,
yeah.
imagine the
when they
late
said
fees
that.
on 100 books.
That's what I'm saying.
They're like,
Uh,
oh, go on and
yeah,
borrow.
keep going.
Oh, also kind of like tangential to like library, something I've heard of people doing online with like their bulk cards. You know those little free libraries that you can like put books in and people can take. I've heard of people taking stacks of their bulk instead of like
Uh,
and just like
that's cool.
rubber banding it and just like throwing it in there, and then usually like kids get it and they can like see like the cool arts and stuff like that. So if you have like bulk and you don't know what to do with it and you want to donate it, that's kind of a cute way to
That
get
is
downsize
cool.
from
I
your
like
bulk.
that.
That is sweet. A lot of schools are trying to start magic clubs too, so they can always use the cards too. There's a couple places that you can donate your cards to for that as well, if you
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah, I
to.
think they had an official program for a while, so they could set you up, give you like a big old bundle and
Yeah, Magic Kids.
yeah,
Yeah,
get you
because
going.
it's during at MagicCon, like I got some tokens, like blank tokens with like the Magic Kids. Uh, I'll have, we can maybe even like link them in the video if anyone is interested in like donating to any of those.
Yeah, I'd
Dang.
definitely do that.
Cool.
I
All
know
right.
where one of those little libraries is. I might go and drop off some bulk sometime later this week.
Be
Oh,
Or like
cool.
be
that's
Keitha
cool.
Claus to
All your bulk soul rings and stuff.
I'll
Uh,
pick pretty cards.
and then with MagicCon Atlanta coming up, two questions that kind of tie in with the Magic Kids and that kind of thing. Um, and just going to MagicCon. What is your go-to snack when you're traveling?
for me, I like mixed nuts and trail mix and stuff like that. Just so if you have allergens, I'm not your best car friend
Sam.
because
Yeah, it,
uh
nuts are my go-to, but if I'm riding with Sam, it's dangerous territory
yeah,
because
so
I like
yeah.
to go for pistachios.
Uh, I
Ooh,
didn't realize that Sam
you're
had a nut
fancy that.
allergy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like yeah, so I've never actually traveled with him, so yeah, that's a kind of good thing I've accidentally killed him.
Oh,
It's possible.
so for the second
Don't forget
time,
it.
we've got an update for Sam. For the second time, This has happened at his house. A squirrel stored nuts and stuff in the power pole Ethernet box. They need a replacement, which is 52 minutes away. I asked them to properly seal the thing to prevent that from happening. So
Um,
Sam is probably not going to join us on this one, and that's okay. He's with
dang,
us in spirits.
dang
Oh, also,
squirrels.
how topical that he is once again foiled by nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's
Like
that's
while we are talking about it, the nuts got him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
it's
Uh
not one form, it's another.
yeah, I would say mine is probably the same like your guys' is nuts, trail mix, that kind of thing. Like I
That's a lot of
carry
nuts.
I carry a fanny pack while I'm in the hall, um, just so I can have a snack if I can't get to, other food and stuff. And it's nice to have something that gives you that energy boost and a little bit of protein, a little bit of sugar, little bit of ability to keep people away from you if they have a nut allergy. Um, I'm just kidding, but yeah,
Also, a
good
lot of gas
choices. Energy
stations
bars are good.
carry those like little single squares of cheese. So I either like
Yes.
those or the like pepperonis wrapped in cheese. Those are
Yep.
good.
Yep. And like different
Big
jerky
big
sticks,
snack guy.
like epic bars that are like the crazy jerky sticks. I always like the sriracha chicken. That one's starting to be one that's hard to find, but those are good.
Don't know what
Okay.
those are.
My second question, technically the third, but what advice do you have for people that may be going to Magic Con for the first time? It's a little different going to Atlanta, I'd imagine, than coming to Chicago like we like to do. But what advice would you have for people that are going for the first time?
So, yeah, hit up the creator booths, especially the small time creators. They not only can you get meet people who are and see their angle of how they interpret this game that we all love and like what little flavor of content they're creating around it. They also are given like freebies to hand out to people at the event, like packs and sleeves and even mats sometimes. So you can kind of boost your collection of cards and boost your collection of content creators who can rack up on Spotify or wherever if you want to listen to them or see check out their art or this or the other. So absolutely mingle with as many content creators, especially the small ones.
Yeah, they also have cool little passport books where everybody kind of gets their own stamps made. Or if they have their markers, they'll sign it. And it's cool to get one of those passport books filled out and just be able to go back and thank those people for meeting them and give them a like and follow and subscribe and keep them coming because uh, they put a lot of work in um, getting to be there and things like that. It's not a lot of people are kind of they don't understand that it's not like if they get invited, they don't get to go for free 100%. Like that's not how that works. They're still having to pay, room and board, meals, things like that, um, and if they want to go visit and buy anything and stuff, they still have to pay for that. So, any kind of support that you can give them to keep them going and hang out with them, and you might make new friends by talking with people too. Always awesome. Keith, what's your piece of advice for people going to MagicCon for the first time?
Yeah, I'd parrot that as well. But also play some games, meet people. Yeah, definitely set aside a day or something to get some games in, diversify and meet new people, see all the cool decks that people have built. I mean, it's a social game. Can't necessarily play by yourself. I
Yeah.
mean, you can goldfish your deck, but that's not really magic. But yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool all of the events that you can sign up for and do in different formats that you may not get to play at home or may not have thought about, like Two-Headed Giant or Emperor, which is a cool one, or Wizard's Tower, or like what we did last year with the Commander and Cocktails, where you basically had all these different packs that were put together and you had to make a commander deck only out of cards from the packs, which doesn't include the lands. Like you can pull basic lands. Non-basic lands are they have to come from your packs though. Um, but yeah, you're always gonna meet new people. I would say don't get there too super early if you don't like standing in little cattle lines.
Like a
If
waiting
you
area.
don't want to be in the waiting area, maybe get there early-ish and then see if you can find a cool little hideaway spot to play some games with your friends before you go in. Or if you're cool with standing in line crunched up with people, then go do it. That's up to you. Um, I would say try and make sure to have a bottle of water with you and stay hydrated. Bring comfortable shoes that you are cool with walking multiple miles in, because you won't notice it until it's too late that you've walked forever. Um, but stay hydrated, keep food in you. That way you're not getting lightheaded. The days are long. So just make sure to take care of yourself while you're there too. And I'd say go to the artist alley, go to the panels, go to there's so much stuff going on. If you're going, download the app and just kind of look through the schedule for the day and maybe you can make your own schedule and pick out what you want to go to, what you want to do and see. And those are always being updated too. So check that out. Make sure to keep an eye on it. And then if I mean, you never know who you're going to run into. So always be down for a good time.
Yeah. And
Go ahead, Keith.
there's also plenty of free things there to do. Like they have scavenger hunts. Josh sat down at a table and started drawing magic cards from memory, and there was like an MTG artist there and judging everyone. It was really cool. We got to talk and like learn a little bit about the, how the bacon's made a little bit later because he ended up going to like the little artist and what do you call it? Creator area.
Hmm.
Got to talk with him. But yeah, you can get all kinds of free swag pretty much everywhere. And last time we were there, they also had like this D&D thing set up. You could like hop into games that are like curated. There's just all kinds of free stuff they have set up for people to do and chill out with. Because yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to spend like a ridiculous amount of money to have fun. You can just buy food, play games. Yep,
Yeah.
Josh.
Also, just want to shout out the magic artist who was like the judge in that from memory event. That was Leon Tucker, and then I did get to meet him at the booth afterwards, and we did pack wars for a artist proof of one of my favorite cards from his, which was a armored armadillo. He didn't have to do that, but it was a lot of fun, so it's pretty sick. He's a
Yeah, I
cool
got
guy.
a sick token from him too. And he hinted at some of his upcoming because Tarkir wasn't out yet, but he gave us some little breadcrumbs to feed us and because his art's so cool.
Yeah.
We were pretty hyped for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I walked away with so many like free packs of cards just participating in random events and stuff. Like, probably 20 packs total or something crazy like that. Just
Hmm.
be social, have fun, do
Yeah.
whatever.
And if you see packs sitting on a table, don't just walk up and take them either. Make sure that
Bad.
make sure that people let you do that before you just walk up, say, "Hey," steal packs and then walk away because that's not how that works.
Also,
Just heads up.
just real quick, if you are interested in events, you should look at those early. Like when you buy your tickets, those events sell out because yeah, they're at like max capacity at all times. If you really want to do something, you've got to set timers, jump on it, and be ready to go.
I would say my favorite events, if you're looking for favorite events, the Commander and Cocktails event with Brian David Marshall, always awesome. He's an amazing human. Uh, and then the unknown events with Gavin. Some of those cards, they're all like you get a thing of playtest cards, and then you get a certain packs, or you don't know. It could be completely different. What I'm telling you right now could be completely wrong. Because it's unknown. Nobody knows what's going on. The best part about that is sometimes if you do the one that's later in the weekend, they actually have a panel where people go to the panel and they get to come up with one of the unknown event cards, and you could get that as one of the cards that you get to build in your deck or not. I could be wrong. They may not do that anymore because it's different every single time, but that's what makes that event awesome. in my opinion. So we'll go ahead and wrap that up. We'll get into our deck build. Keith, can you break down the year of the monkey for us?
Yes, you're the monkey. Previously mentioned that is the ninth animal in the 12-year cycle of the Chinese Zodiac signs, coming after the goat and before the rooster. So, most recent year of the monkey was 2016, and the next year of the monkey is 2028. And just so happens, all three of us are monkeys, born in the year 1992. Boom, boom, boom. So in Chinese astrology, monkey is intelligent, especially in analyzing and solving problems. They excel at abstract thinking as well as adapting to new people, tasks, and even environments. These master shapeshifters can fit in anytime, anywhere. Any guess? I'm going to go to the jobs again. Any best career fits guesses from you guys?
So like I'm a nurse and then Nathan's a what's your title these days?
I'm a firefighter slash EMT,
Firefighter slash EMT,
advanced EMT, actually.
advanced
Forgot
EMT,
about that for a second.
EMT plus, and
Mhm.
then Keith is a scientist. So I think those things.
Swag.
I will also put
I
in
mean, true.
a, can I also say automotive technician? Because they're really good at using monkey wrenches.
Ooh.
There you go.
First one might fit into that. But yeah, so monkeys are lifelong learners. Although they might
That's
not
it.
get to the
No.
bottom of something or master a skill before something else catches their attention, nonetheless, it's enough for monkeys to excel in almost any field. So best careers, trader. I don't know if that means like,
Like a cheater
trade
of,
job,
oh,
or I don't know, sales, politician, diplomat, journalist, and worst careers. I don't know. This doesn't make sense to me, but it says professor, doctor, financier, librarian, and teacher.
but if you're
Is it saying
constantly
how like,
learning, wouldn't a teacher and professor be a good idea?
yeah, well,
Because math
that's
changes every year, apparently, is what I've learned. Uh,
hey, won't take
hey,
it from me.
I'm an old guy. I don't know. Okay. With that in mind, I'll go ahead and get Sam's choice out of the way.
Oh, good, good.
He said he thinks he knows what your choice is, but he has some other
Perhaps.
choice. Uh, and I don't want to get into like, okay, never mind. Kogula the Titan ape for 3 and 3 green. Kogula is an ape. When Kogula the Titan ape enters the battlefield, it fights up to one target creature you don't control. Whenever Kogula attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. You can pay 1 and a green, return target human you control to its owner's hand. Kogula gains indestructible until end of turn. I love this choice. It is one of my absolute favorite cards from my Ikoria. Kogula is one of my favorite legendaries. Um, and I love that that was Sam's choice.
Oh, I want to mention something fun with that one too. Good direction to take that if would maybe be like the having things like liquid metal coating and liquid metal torque, so you could turn non-land permanents into artifacts and then destroy them on Kogula swings. So the monkey gets to smash all the artifacts like George from Rampage.
Very
Oh,
interesting, Josh.
mhm.
Very interesting take you have there.
Yeah. But yeah, that was but yeah, so that was just that was me thinking out loud. But
Who's your choice, Josh?
oh, my choice. Just a little fella on someone's shoulder. I did the Rashmi and Ragavan. It is a for one and teamer, which is green, blue, and red. You get yourself an elf monkey, and said elf monkey has whenever you cast the first spell during each of your turns, exile the top card of target opponent's library and create a treasure token. Then you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost if it It's a spell with mana value less than the number of artifacts you control. If you don't cast it this way, uh, you may cast it this turn. So you make treasures and you're stealing off the top of the library. You're in Teamer, and then funnily enough, this didn't come from the Aether Drift precon, but there's a ton of like Teamer artifact support in that Aether Drift precon that came out. So you could absolutely utilize a lot of that and make a pretty powerful artifact deck.
Yes. I love that card. And Nathan, what is your guess?
So my guess would have to be. Let me go ahead and pull this up. It's Rashmi and Ragavan. It's for one, a green, a blue, and a red. It's a legendary creature, elf monkey. Um, what's cool about it is whenever you cast your first spell during each of your turns, exile the top card of target opponent's library and create a treasure token. Then you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. If it's spell equal with mana value less than the number of artifacts you control. If you don't cast it this way, you may cast it this turn. Um, it's 2/4. It's really cool. It's an elf and a monkey together. You know, there's it's great. Yeah, that Josh, you and I had the same
Very
idea.
interesting original take. Okay,
Well,
perfect.
we know our boy Keith loves his artifacts, so
We
I
we're
do.
we're
there's
gonna swing
that
for that one.
and the
I
fact that we pretty much had a really good idea as to who Keith was going to build, so we didn't want to pick it
yeah.
and ruin Keith's fun. So,
Uh, oh, here we
what you got,
go.
buddy?
I picked Kibo Uktabi Prince for two and a green, but
Surprise.
it has red and green pips in its little text box. So this is a Gruul deck. And
Ooh,
Kibo has tap. Each player creates a colorless artifact token named Banana. With tap, sacrifice this artifact, add green or red, you gain 2 life. And whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put to a graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control that's an ape or a monkey. And whenever Kibo attacks, defending player sacrifices an artifact. It is a 2/2 legendary creature, Monkey Noble. Lots of cool things you can do with this guy.
Keith, what would you name this deck, buddy?
Ooh, that's the one thing I forgot the brainstorm. Oh, I was gonna say ape, apparently. Um, I don't know, I'm all out of bananas or something.
How about he's a monkey? Monkeys and
Yeah,
apes aren't the same.
I know, but there's
If
gonna
it
be
doesn't,
monkeys and
if it
apes in
does,
here.
if it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey. Even if it has a monkey kind of shape. If it doesn't have a
Dope.
tail, it's not a monkey. If it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey. It's an ape.
But it's ape monkey twibble typal.
Okay,
I don't know.
He's also
we'll work
Any
on it.
guesses?
yeah.
All right. Work in
Mhm.
progress.
Can
But yeah,
you?
just super playful card. It does some things that not a lot of cards do. And notably, it makes a banana, which has actually never been printed in Magic. They never made a token for this card.
Messed up.
Yep, you gotta
Uh,
make your own.
Keith, which art of Kibo do you want? Do you want him reaching for the bananas, or do you want him running with the bananas?
I like him running with the nanners.
Okay.
He's got 'em, baby.
All right. Let me go ahead and get this shared so we can get. Oh, the ad on Moxfield was Ball State for a
Bam, bam,
second there.
bam.
It's no
It's
longer
your
Ball State, but
localized ad.
pretty
Yeah, doing some cool
awesome.
things with this deck. First of all, we're going to be gifting items to the opponent, such as our bananas, but we're going to be wanting to give a little bit more than that
Okay.
because we're also taking things away, such as their lands. So rip lands.
Okay.
And we are going to outcompete our opponents by just rapidly ramping into lands. And we can use those, sacrifice them, bring them back, do whatever we want with them, make the other players mad. But you have some gifts to, quell their anger a little bit. And then removal and get rid of other things on the board. It's gonna be fighting. So ape, ape, no hurt ape. but it will be hurting everyone else. But yeah, pretty simple, but I can start with some picks. I've got a few land destruction cards,
Are Kibu's
and
parents in the art for him running away? It looks like it's Kibu's parents in the background of that art.
now if you search Uktabi, it has like I've mentioned this before, but there's like a story in the Uktabi cards.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up. It looks like them in the background of this one.
I think the other Uktabi is like an orangutan. The
Yeah, there's
Uktabi,
one orangutan and then his mom.
um, oh, I was looking at the other art because in the one where he's reaching for the bananas, it looks like two other monkeys his size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would make sense.
All right,
Yeah.
Keith, what you got?
Okie dokie. Okay, yep. First, the gifts that we will be giving. Um, I have an Edge Rover. This creature is 1 green, artifact creature, robot scout. When this creature dies, each player creates a lander token, and landers let you pay 2, sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, as well as Generous Plunderer, which at the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. When you do, target opponent creates a tap treasure token. And Jolene, the Plunder Queen. Whenever a player attacks one or more of your opponents, that attacking player creates a treasure token. And then if you would create one or more treasure tokens, instead create those tokens plus an additional. And then she also has sacrifice 5 to put 5/1/1 counters on her. And Marching Duo Drone. Whenever a Marching Duo Drone attacks, each player creates a treasure token.
Okay.
Also, Pain Distributor. Whenever a player casts their first spell each turn, they create a treasure token. Whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, Pain Distributor deals 1 damage to that player. So yeah, we're going to be gifting them, and then when they eventually use their artifacts, they're going to be punished for it. And Pain Distributor, and there's some other cards that will punish them a little bit for that. I mean, in addition to them not having lands, obviously. Tempting Contract. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent may create a treasure token. For each opponent who does, you create a treasure token. Siege Ship Agrarian. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, create a lander token. And I guess this is more a ramp for us, but I threw it in this category. Bloodroot Apothecary. It's toxic too, and whenever it enters, you and target opponent each create a treasure token. And whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-creature token, that player gets 2 poison counters. So there's an alternate win con there. I think one more in this category is Descent into Avernus. At the beginning of your upkeep, put 2 descent counters on Descent into Avernus. Then each player creates X treasure tokens, and Descent into Avernus deals X damage to each player, where X is the number of ascent counters on Descent into Avernus. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now into some land destruction. So I have Boiling Seas. This destroys all islands.
Oh,
Keldon Firebombers. And this has when Keldon Firebombers comes into play, each player sacrifices all lands he or she controls except for 3. And there
that
was,
happens to you too. That's a bummer.
yeah, but you can sort of,
You can save
I
yourself.
don't know, float mana before that and then
Yeah.
get around it, bring them back. Ruination, destroy all non-basic lands. Wake of Destruction, destroy target land and all lands with the same name as that land. And a cool combo we will delve into later is Kamal Fist of Krosa. Josh found this a while ago. Pretty cool interaction. So it has 1 green, target land becomes a 1/1 creature until end of turn. It's still land. So you obviously target your opponent's lands, turn them into creatures, and then you beat them in the face and destroy their lands.
That's really fun.
So GG's Josh. Orcish Settlers. It has XX and a red, tap, sacrifice, destroy X target lands. And I found another cool card earlier. It's called Spreading Algae. Spreading Algae can enchant only a swamp. When enchanted land becomes tapped, destroy that land. And when spreading algae is put into a graveyard from play, return spreading algae to its owner's hand. Some swag repeatable removal. And time for another cool combo that we talked about previously. Okay, Steward of the Harvest. So this creature has, when this creature enters, exile up to 3 target land cards from your graveyard. And creatures you control have all activate abilities of all land cards exiled with this creature. So what you're going to want to do is exile Strip Mine. So add Strip Mine to the deck. And then we're going to have landfall creatures. I haven't mentioned yet, but there will be some. So you'll have lots of sack fodder, and each of those can destroy land if you tap and sacrifice them.
Okay.
Strip Mine. And we could probably find some other spicy guys to throw in there. Cool lands. Um,
How many lands are you wanting in this deck total?
I was thinking probably like 36, 37, 38. Yeah.
I will just put them in here as basics for now, and then we'll switch them out later.
Yeah, I'll definitely be getting some fancy ones in there. Utility lands.
Yep. Okay, keep going with your other ones real quick.
All right. So to go with Kamal when he turns lands into creatures, we're gonna need to fight, destroy those creatures. So Ulvenwald Tracker, Ulvenwald, has
Mhm.
1 in a green tap. Target creature you control fights another target creature. So there's one really good repeatable fight spell, Kogla, the Titan Ape, who can destroy artifacts or enchantments whenever it attacks. And also when it enters, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Domri Raid is a planeswalker. First ability gets you some card advantage. Second ability is -2, and it lets you fight a creature. You pick 1 creature you control, and then pick 1 creature opponent controls. Slenza, the Spiked Stampede, has when Slenza or another creature with power 4 or greater enters, you may pay 1 and a hybrid red-green. When you do, Slenza fights target creature you don't control. Also, Strax, Sontaran Nurse. It has
Hey, it's
grenades.
Josh.
There I
Yay.
am.
Watch out, he's got a shovel. Uh,
It looks like Kingpin, but very small.
Yeah, could you
yeah.
imagine like a bald nurse?
Crazy.
That's weird, dude.
Yeah, this guy lets you pay 2, tap it, sacrifice an artifact, choose a player at random. When you do, Strax fights another target creature that player controls. And then when it damages a creature, it grows via 1/1 counters.
Oh.
And boom, one more fighter, Thorn Mammoth. Whenever Thorn Mammoth or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Thorn Mammoth fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Another one, Boxing Ring. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control with the same mana value. It also has tap, create a treasure token, activate only if you control a creature that fought this turn. And let's see here. I have some apish cards that I wanted to throw in that
Hmm.
are just good apes because our commander will be buffing apes a little bit. So
Ooh,
Silverback Elder. Whenever you cast a creature spell, choose one. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a so this is like modal, whatever. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them on the battlefield tab. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order, or you gain 4 life.
that's one of my favorite cards.
Pretty good.
That's a good one.
Also, Formless Genesis. It is a kindred sorcery shapeshifter, and it has changeling. This card is every creature type. Create an XX colorless shapeshifter creature token with changeling and death touch, where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. It has retrace. Retrace lets you replay the spell if you discard a land card in addition to paying its other cost. And Taurian Mauler, Taurean, Mauler, has changeling, and whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a 1/1 counter on it. I think that's it for now, and we can get going. But yeah, Josh mentioned earlier that Kogla has repeatable artifact or enchantment destruction. With cards such as Liquimetal Coating, you can turn anything into an artifact.
And don't forget its neighbor, liquid metal torque, which is also a mana
Boom.
rock.
But yeah, we're going to destroy lands. We're going to ramp our lands really fast. We're going to use them as a sack resource, discard resource. We're going to fight their lands and destroy them and fight creatures for removal and give them some nice gifts for playing along. So, they're not totally in the trenches just crying and having a bad time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Josh, do you have any cards that are for like crying?
Yes. Well, actually, it's for I think this card will draw us more than any other card in the deck. Are you ready for this?
Mm.
Yes.
Viridian. Uh,
VIR.
yep. Viridian Revel. This is a card back from Mirrodin, and it's an enchantment for 1 and 2 green.
Mm,
Whenever an artifact is put into an opponent's graveyard from the battlefield, you may draw a card.
Yeah, so
beautiful.
you're gonna want to have Infinite tokens on hand. That way you can draw all these cards.
But yeah,
Any other choices, Josh?
so uh, that was a big one that I really wanted to just stress, just because it's we're giving people bananas, and so we might as well be drawing off those bananas. Uh, then I think just uh, in general, I think it might be good for us to have a little bit of protection for our commander, and we don't need like the boring ones like the uh boots. We can do something like
Like a Whisper Silk cloak.
that or a canopy cover.
Okay.
Ah, perfect.
Uh, so it essentially makes it so it can only be blocked by creatures with flying, and then uh, it gives it hexproof, just written out before hexproof was hexproof.
Nice.
Mhm.
I have a couple of cards. So loading zone. Loading zone. For 3 and a green, if one or more counters will be put on a creature, spacecraft, or planet you control, twice that many of
Oh,
each of those
cool.
kinds of counters are put on that instead. It also has warp. And then a fun card that is not even out yet.
Yeah.
Flopsy. Boomy's Buddy. For 4 and 2 green, when Flopsy enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Each creature you control with power 4 or greater can't be blocked by more than one creature.
That's perfect.
So that's a fun one. And then I think that Avendo would be a good idea for a land. So Avendo has this planet enters tapped. You can tap it for a green station, tap another creature you control, put charge counters equal. So for 12 plus, pay a green, tap it, add a green for each creature you control.
Nice. I've got a quick one.
Yeah.
Elemental Bond. 2 and a green enchantment. Whenever a creature you control with power 3 or greater enters, draw a card.
Do you want a blasphemous act in here?
Um, It's gonna stick with fighting.
Okay.
No, that would work. You can throw it in there.
Blasphemous Act, for those who may not know, for 8 and a red, the spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. So if we're pumping and putting out a whole bunch of creatures, not a bad idea. Blasphemous Act deals 13 damage to each creature. Go
I
ahead,
have
Josh.
some I have some more uh while we're like going bananas and making the artifact tokens and all of the treasures synergies that you've put in there. How about Weft Stalker Ardent,
Ooh,
WEFT? This is a card from uh Edge of Eternities, so 2 and a red for a Drix Artificer. And he has whenever another creature or artifact you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. So kind of like an impact trimmers, but for artifacts on a body.
nice. Very cool.
And then in
Um,
additional, sorry,
no,
uh,
go ahead.
in an additional of like wanting to benefit from all these artifact tokens we're making, because a lot of the opening cards we're making treasures. How about a Stride Hanger Automaton?
Ooh.
And that is a cool card that you can get in that Aether Drift Teamer Precon I had mentioned before. If people always sleep on that one because the zombie one's so cool, but I really enjoyed the energy one, so sue me. But it is a construct artifact creature for 3, and Thopters you control get +1/+1. And then if one or more artifact tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying is created instead.
Yeah, I missed the name. I don't
What
even.
I yeah, I don't I heard automaton and I just what's the first part?
A stride hanger.
Astride?
No, stride. Uh,
Stride.
yep. Hangar.
There we
Dun, dun,
There he
go.
dun,
is.
dun, 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 dun,
That's in there.
dun.
I think Yavimaya Steel Crusher would be a good idea. So,
Yovimaya.
so
Oh,
Steel Crusher for 1 and a red. It has a list. As this creature attacks, you may tap a non-attacking creature you control without summoning sickness. When you do, add its power to this creature's until the end of turn. And then you can pay 1, sacrifice the Steel Crusher, destroy target artifact.
ooh, nice. Okay, I've got a couple real quick.
Yep.
Terra Symbiosis. And so this one, whenever you put one or more 1/1 counters on a creature you control, you may draw that many cards. Do this only once each turn, and it is an enchantment. Also, Tribute to the World Tree for triple green enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card if its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, put two 1/1 counters on it. So those
Nice.
synergize pretty well with each other. And Garruk Primal Hunter, two triple green, +1, create a 3/3 green beast, -3, draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control, and -6, create a 6/6 green worm creature token for each land you control. And then I need to start throwing in some crazy ramp cards.
Yeah,
Also, yeah, we're going to be sacrificing a whole bunch of lands at a time and then hopefully playing a whole bunch at a time. So we're going to need these like massive return all land spells. So to start, there is Summon-Titan. It is an enchantment creature saga. First step, mill 5 cards. Second step, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. And then step 3, until end of turn, another target creature you control gains trample and gets +X/+X, where X is the number of lands you control. And then the Mending of Dominaria, another enchantment saga. First two steps lets you recur a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And then step 3, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield, then shuffle your graveyard into your library. And another one real quick is a creature World Shaper for 3 and a green, 3/3 Merfolk Shaman. Whenever it attacks, you may put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard, and whenever a World Shaper dies, put all land cards from your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. I'll throw in another one because I'm just looking at them all right now. Splendid Reclamation, 3 and a green sorcery. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
the Summon Titan's a creature too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a huge 7/7. And also Lumra, Lumra, Bellow of the Woods for 2 green. Legendary creature, Elemental Bear, star. Vigilance Reach, Lumra, Bellow of the Woods, power and toughness are each equal to the number of lanes you control. When it enters, mill 4 cards, then return all lane cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
Ooh, something to consider. So artifact wise would be Crucible of Worlds, and then that is a artifact for 3, and you may play lands from your graveyard. Then
Um,
good.
no, you got it.
Uh, something that might be kind of fun if we are generating a lot of treasures and various art tokens as we are. Adaptive Omnitrix will give us uh, it is a equipment for 2, and the equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. So that alone can kind of make any of our guys huge for the amount of treasures and stuff we have. I guess also on Swing, you get to look at the top 6 cards of your library, and you can put an artifact from among them into your hand and put the rest at the bottom of in a random order. We don't have a ton of artifacts, but I mean just like the +1/+1 for uh, uh like no a lot of artifacts in the decks, but we have tons of ways to generate artifact tokens. So I think the overall value off of that would be pretty good.
Oh, I have a cool one. It's Mirror Land Shaper. This is another creature that turns a land into an artifact.
Nice.
And we don't have a whole lot of landfall creatures yet, if any at all. So, Omnath, Locus of Rage, has landfall, and whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 red and green elemental creature token. And whenever Omnath or another elemental you control dies, it gets to ping 3 damage to any target. So that plus Wave of Vitriol, 5 double green, sorcery. Each player sacrifices all artifacts, enchantments, and non-basic lands he or she controls. For each land sacrificed this way, its controller may search his or her library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Then each player shuffles. Then, yeah, bada boom. And also, real quick, a Skewed Swarm,
It's good.
little scooter. I want to put in a couple other crazy ramp cards. Um,
I've got a card that's a discount card that would be helpful.
I want to give one real quick. Escape Shift, and then good to go. So Escape Shift has sacrifice any number of lands. Search your library for up to that many land cards. Put them onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library.
So costs a red and a green. Each spell you cast that's red or green costs one less to cast. Do we want to put a roaming throne in here?
Mm, oh, for landfall, that would be good. And also after that, how about a Marvin?
Marvin the Martian,
I think his name like Marvin Mimic or something.
murderous mimic.
Yeah, so Marvin lets you activate the same abilities as Kibo, so you can double up on bananas.
Ooh, I have a question. Let me look at the creatures that we have here.
Yes,
By chance, do we have a Myojin of Infinite Rage?
we
No,
do not.
that's a
Can
good
we
one.
can we do that one?
Let's
Uh,
go.
so this is from the OG Kamigawa for 7 and 3 red. You get yourself a spirit. He was a 7/4. It's my agent of the infinite rage comes in to play with a divinity counter on it. If you played it from your hand, and then if my agent of infinite rage is indestructible. It is indestructible as long as it has a divinity counter on it, and then you can remove that divinity counter. And here's the thing: if you do so, my you get to destroy all lands, all of them, gone forever.
Gone. Deleted.
Do we want
Um,
to go ahead?
Harvest season. 2 in the green. Search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of tap creatures you control. Put those cards onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. And
Nice.
also, real quick, and Azusa, Lost but Seeking, which lets you play 2 additional lands on each of your turns.
Ooh, I have one back from ever. We were playing at Ball State in 2014. You ready for this one?
Uh-huh.
Let's get it.
Ember Swallower. Yeah, this is from OG Theros.
Ooh,
Uh, you get yourself a elemental for 2 and 2 red.
Ah,
You can monstrosity this
that's
bad
good.
boy for 3, which costs 5 and 2 red to monstrosity. But then, when it becomes monstrous, each player sacrifices 3 lands. So, yeah.
I have really bad news, guys.
What?
Oh no.
We're at 99 cards.
Oh no.
Okay.
Zero instance. That's interesting. What about a heroic intervention?
What? Protection. That's crazy.
Is that all permanents or just creatures?
Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn.
Okay, yeah, that'll.
And that's it. That's 100 cards. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just kidding.
Huh.
Okay, so
What are you thinking, Keith?
Did we put the liquid metal
Yes.
artifacts? Yes, we
Yep.
did. I was looking, I know there's some other like strip mine dupes where you can destroy stuff. About a Kessig Wolf Run to give trample. It's a land that has X, red, green, tap. Target creature gets +X+0 and gains trample.
Okay.
And then the other one, Skarg, the Rage Pits, Skarrg, has red, green, tap it. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn.
Okay. So we're flushing out our lands.
Yeah, I'm sure we could get some command tower or
How about uh,
start messing with
do you
that a
want
little
like
bit.
demolition field? Uh,
Probably, yeah. I couldn't find it on here, but that
okay.
sounds right.
Okay, so then that is like a land you can pay to sacrifice this land, destroy target non-basic land and opponent controls. That land's controller may search their library for a basic land and put that into the battlefield, then shuffle. You may search your library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So yep, so you take out their good land and replace it with a basic.
Are you cool with adding a Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth?
Let's go. Yeah, sure.
I mean that's gonna uh help with the uh Crow and combo.
And we can have a Boseiju in here.
Yeah, but said you can destroy lands too.
Okay.
Do we have escape shift? Yes, we do. Okay. Just looking through my list.
How are you feeling about uh
We have a lot of
protection?
creatures.
Yeah, how are you feeling about protection wise? Do you feel like we need some boots or
I feel like if something was destroyed, we could probably just pay for it. That's kind of my reasoning, but it probably wouldn't hurt. Saves a
yeah,
little bit of hassle.
yeah, just maybe hex lightning greaves and swiftfoot boots just to also give things haste, which will be nice.
I have
Those.
a second instant for us. We can
Uh-oh.
trim some stuff. Yeah, I
Hmm.
know. It's collective resistance, one in a green, and it has escalate, which is multiple kicker. Choose one or more and destroy target artifact or target enchantment, or target creature gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn.
What about a three tree city?
That's good. I don't remember exactly what it does, but I know that's good.
Let's go ahead and get it in here, and I will update everybody. So, Three Tree
Ooh,
City. As Three Tree City enters, choose a creature type. You can tap it and add a colorless. You can pay two, tap it, choose a color, add an amount of mana of that color equal to the number of creatures you control of the chosen type.
ooh, I got a fun one.
Yep.
Uh, untimely malfunction.
Slate.
So this is a instant for one in a red, and you get to choose one, destroy target artifact, or you can change the target spell or ability with a single target, or one or two creatures can't block this turn. So this one's fun because not only can we be destroying artifacts like we like to do if we're turning things into artifacts, but also the changing the target of a spell or ability with a single target. You can essentially use this as like a counter spell. If someone's like trying to counter something you're doing, you'll be like, no, you're gonna counter this untimely
Yeah,
malfunction
that is
instead.
so good. Oh,
I've got a couple of lands real quick.
I have one too. It's a combo. Shifting Woodland. It has Delirium, two double green. Shifting Woodland becomes a copy of target permanent card in your graveyard until end of turn. Activate only if there are four or more card types among cards in your graveyard. This could be a target for that one lady, Steward of the Harvest, that exiles lands and gives all your creatures activated abilities of land cards.
Okay.
So you can do some cool shenanigans with that.
Inventor's Fair. So, Inventor's Fair has, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control three or more artifacts, you gain one life. Tap it, add a colorless to your mana pool. Pay four, tap it, sacrifice Inventor's Fair, search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, put it onto your hand, then shuffle your library. Activate this ability only if you control three or more artifacts. Castle Garenbrig would be a good one. So Castle Garenbrig enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a forest. You can tap it to add a green. You can pay two and two green. Tap it, add six green. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells or activate abilities of creatures. And then the Shire. The Shire enters the battlefield tapped unless you
Oh,
control a
cool.
legendary creature. Tap it, add green. Pay one and a green. Tap it, tap an untapped creature you control. Create a food token. So we're gonna make some bananas.
Okay. I like the lanes we have now because we're gonna need decent amount of basics for some of those like mass tutors. I think we can look through creatures
Okay.
Do
and
we want to
maybe
take out Flopsy just because he's not legal yet? Just keep him in our mind and hearts for when he does become legal.
Flopsy. Such a good fit. He would have loved this deck.
Yeah, someday. We'll hit him with a remix whenever it's official.
Is Flopsy, is that Avatar?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I think I found a Spider-Man card, oddly enough, that really fit in here, but it was
Nope.
something that helped out opponents in ramping a little bit. Okay, creatures. I
Do
want
we
to
want
see
a
how
herd
many land,
heirloom in here
maybe
for an
actually,
artifact?
but I want to look at landfall creatures real
Okay.
quick.
Yep.
Um,
We have a Scoot Swarm.
Yeah.
yes,
Good. We got
the
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 uh,
Baloths.
we got Scoot
Oh, we
Mob.
don't.
Do we want a scoop mob?
Is that a thing?
Oh,
Yeah, it
look,
just
look. Trailblazing Grammy Award winner, Ball State University. That's how we fly.
That's
Okay,
how
sorry.
we fly.
Boop. One of the best colleges in the Midwest. That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow. The
that's a call.
Harvard of Muncie, Indiana. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control five or more lands, put 4+1/+1 counters on the scoop mob.
You can cut that. I was thinking about the Scoots. Good. We can do better.
Yeah.
You
Rest
have
in peace.
Lotus Cobra in there?
No, I
Lettuce
wanted a
Cobra.
rampaging Baloths, though. Something that makes decent chunkers from landfall.
You know, something cheaper like Bristly Bill. I mean that
Or
I'm
his
kind of like
father, Bristly William.
I mean like if cost isn't an issue, I mean you could do worse than having old
An-
Bristly Bill out there.
Another planeswalker that we could have put in here was Karn the Great Creator.
You got the Byleth World Sculptor. I guess he's kind of top end, but
Yeah.
We didn't put an old Gnawbone in here either.
ooh, speaking of
No.
art, do we have enchantment wise did
Ooh,
uh
Parallel Lives would have been nice too. What?
oh I was also thinking like use social engineering. That is a enchantment from Aether Drift. No, not Aether Drift, sorry, Edge of Eternities. For 3 and 2 green, landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah.
that's
We need more bodies or token bodies.
yeah.
Bodies.
So you can, depending on what's out in the field, you can get that plus a
That's
Thopter
good.
Dingus or something else. Yeah.
I thought there was like a Chocobo card that made Chocobos or something.
Traveling Chocobo or Fat Chocobo.
You know,
Um,
honestly, I know we kind of pitched Rampaging Baloths. I don't hate it.
It's in here. I already put it on
Okay,
here.
good.
Keith was just looking for a different one. We could
yeah,
have
I'm
put a
looking for
doubling
like
season on here too.
I'm looking for dupes. I'm not a big doubling season fan. Ooh, Tifa, big combo.
I have another way to
Baddie.
gift people stuff. Curse of Opulence.
Ooh, yeah. Does those gold tokens or whatever.
Do we want to put this in
Bailoffs,
here or no?
kind of. Yeah.
Okay. We're at 102.
I think there are less landfall creature creators than I thought.
Welcome
I kind of
back.
wanted to put in one of the creature tutors. So we could either get a landfall guy if we need one, or get one of the creatures that destroy something if we need one. Green sleeves makes 3/3 badgers.
Badges.
Um, we might be fine.
You want to put green sleeves in there or no?
Nah.
Okay.
So you have a lot of creatures.
Yeah, we've got 34 creatures. I say we just blindly get rid of two of them. Just kidding.
What's Marching Duodrone?
It's one of your cards.
Yeah, I mean, we could cut some of those, but that one's decent
Yeah,
for
yeah, it's kind of neato.
what's the West Stalker Ardent? It's probably one of mine too. I don't.
No, that one's mine.
Oh, no, I like that one too.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
Strax.
We can't get
I
rid
don't,
of Josh.
I don't want to get rid of any fighters because they're kind of key. Actually, go back to the Siege Ship Agrarian.
Can
Maybe that's a maybe.
could I be crazy and suggest that we cut Roaming Throne? I mean, it's just a known good card, but
Yeah,
for what
I'd
we're
be fine
doing,
with that.
yeah.
It's gone.
I know it's wild. It's the deck's probably worse for it, but it's just a known good card. And I think it. We have flavorful options here.
Yeah. Orcish settlers. How do you guys feel about that?
Can you hover over it? It's one of those weird old ones, right?
Yeah. X
I mean,
target lands.
that's kind of what you were trying to do, right?
And it's
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, that's a uh
Maybe Edge Rover. It's a lander guy. Each player creates a lander. What's a one drop? And I don't know, we have a low curve, plus we'll be ramping.
Yeah, we could.
but each
We
player
don't.
ramps, so they're kind of like working against us a little bit
Yeah.
because that's like a
Let's.
land versus a treasure.
Yeah.
So, uh,
How much does Kibo cost? Mana? Three?
it's pretty low to the ground.
I wouldn't want to get rid of Edge Rover, as weird as it sounds, just because it has reach, and we don't really have any flying, any that much
Yeah, well,
flying or reach. So it's nice to have at least two or three people that we can throw at flyers at least once.
yeah. Do you think we have enough ramp or like actual cards to play multiple lands to actually get ahead?
So, like really, right? We have like things that enable extra land drops.
Hmm.
If anything, we might change one of the land drop enablers to a Courser of Crewfix if we haven't already. Then you could actually look at the top card of your library and play said land.
Could probably drop one of the mass land ones too, because I guess one of the main combos we're going for is like Kamal and punching
Yeah,
land creatures
honestly,
down.
Well,
Ember
and just trying to get rid of, maybe instead of,
The other artifact destruction
like, we
and
just
yada
kind
yada.
of get rid of one of the land destructions that also get rid of our lands too, in case we're behind,
So
because
Ember
then we're gonna
Swallower
make
would probably
ourselves
be
even further behind.
as fun as it was to call back Ember Swallower after 11 years of not mentioning it. I do think it is
Ember
time.
Swallower mentioned.
I think we can cut it.
Oh, goodbye, Ember Swallower.
Well, we still need to cut one more.
We're at
Um,
100 right now. But
I thought we were adding one
yeah,
more,
we
so
could
that's why I said that.
yeah,
I really like Wave of Vitriol. That one's cool.
I like that. So were we trying to add Courser of Crewfix? Because then we could just add remove a less efficient three drop for one that's going to give us repeated value off of those lands.
Okay.
And then for the uninitiated, Courser of Crewfix is a centaur for 1 and 2 green enchantment creature. You can pay with the you play with the top card of your library revealed. You may play the top card of your library if it's a land card, and then whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life.
Got some life gain, which is good because we might be hurting ourselves with Descent into Avernus. What's use social engineering enchantment?
Oh, that's the one that poops robots whenever
Ah,
you
okay,
play a
okay.
land. Okay, then if we're looking for another cut, I could concede that. How do you guys feel about the adaptive Omni tool? Because we're not going to do the fishing portion, but it can make something really big.
I mean, I'm fine cutting that one.
Okay, let's go ahead and cut that one. That was one that I pitched that I might have been muddying some waters a
I
bit
mean,
there.
yeah, anyone
Pitched
could.
it into the deck. Now we pitch it into the trash, and we're back to 100.
Yep,
Yep.
there we go.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much
You want
good.
to
I
call
mean,
it?
if anyone
Yeah.
can trim my cards too if you have a better pick, really. Doesn't matter
No,
to me.
I think it's
I
I'm
think we're
kind of
looking good.
Good to
yeah. So it's
go.
pretty rude. So this is it's mass land destruction. So I think that kind of puts it into
Bracket 4.
yeah, because they don't like you destroying
Woo!
lands. So yeah, no,
Let's go.
it's
Woo!
a
That's the highest we've gone, I think.
Yeah, if we had
yeah.
a couple tutors in there, we'd really be bringing the hurt. But
Well,
there's decent
how would you
card
like
draw.
to describe this deck, Keat? I'm here to kick ass and chew bananas, and I'm all out of bananas.
Sure.
It goes along with the rest of the title of the
Yeah,
deck.
no, that's cool. That works. It's a hot cold deck for sure. We give and take. Boom.
All right, let's get
I
our
like that a
themes
lot.
in here. We've got +1 +1s.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Um,
we've got
Emperor, not
aggression,
so much. Artifacts, a little bit. Do you want to put
casual.
casual? Yeah, why not?
It's not casual. We're destroying lands.
Okay,
That's
distinctly not casual.
we are actively committing war crimes.
That's Maybe control-ish. I mean, land, if you're
Yeah,
dealing with that, that's kind of control, right? Or no?
Yeah, and you're
yeah.
turning things into artifacts and smashing them. You're taking everything that they know and love and turning it into something else and smushing it in front of them. I'd say that's control.
Only a little.
There's no equipments. There's only like two equipments. I wouldn't say it's an equipment deck by any stretch. Definitely.
Hug Slug,
Yeah.
Gruul, Hate Bear. Wait,
No, no, that's Haper would be like twos, or that would prevent people from casting stuff.
I guess there's not as many as I thought when you
Land
like
destruction
sacrifice
and lands
artifacts.
matter because
Yeah.
your lands that you do have are gonna matter.
Yeah. Uh,
It's a miracle if you compete with this deck. I'm just kidding.
there.
Uh,
I think pretty much kind of covers it. I think it's
I
quite.
like going all the way through just so we make sure we're not.
How much ramp can we do? Do we have a lot of ramp, or is it more just that we can recover better?
There's a little bit of ramp in there.
Yes.
That's one of the things that he was
Not a
building
lot
off
of
of.
cheap ramp. Yeah.
Tokens. We have banana tokens. We have treasure tokens. We have Thopter tokens. We have robot tokens. We have lander tokens.
Let's go.
Boom.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
All right.
So, Keith, what made you wake up and decide work crimes?
It's just I don't know, the playful, mischievous monkey way, I guess. I'm not
Keith woke up and
that's yeah.
smelled the napalm.
Uh, just like it's like is there like potassium and napalm or I don't know. This is just
Yeah,
Like
it's pretty
well, you're
new.
supposed to add sugar or something to make it sticky. You could just add bananas.
yeah.
Uh, I when I worked for Lifeline, I had this patient that we were taking. I can't remember if it was to his house or another place, but um, his mom worked at a place when he was growing up, and they made napalm.
Mhm.
And she every day when she would get home from work, the patient's dad would go outside and like scrape her off into the yard because she was like coming home like orange and stuff. And
Oh.
yeah, I was like, how long did she live? And he was like, well, she only lived to like her 40s because
Ooh.
she was sitting there breathing that stuff in every single day. And yeah,
Was like phosphorus. I don't
yeah,
know. It's in yeah.
not
So,
good.
could you imagine like, and that's it's been like the 50s or 60s or something like that. So people like have their smoke at the napalm factory. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, workplace
uh,
safety. I'm glad
how,
we're rolling back protections. Let's yeah.
yeah,
oh, you know, uh, I think the napalm lung, you just don't ma didn't make it long enough to the mesothelioma joint action lawsuit phase. If you,
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
with that fun little into this episode of fun group hug decks, we will move on to next week, looking at the year of the rooster, and Sam is going to be at the helm of
Here
that one.
comes the rooster.
We're gonna we're gonna have a whole bunch of time fun with that one. Uh, And if you have any ideas for the Year of the Rooster or want to let us know what you thought of the Year of the Monkey deck or any other deck that we've made, or if you have any questions that you want us to answer about anything, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit your little dinger notification thing, and you'll know every time we're uploading anything. Uh, we
yeah,
do these in the 1 in the 99 uh, shorts, and we crack packs and do a little bit of everything. So just let us know what you want to see. Go ahead, Josh.
yeah. I just want to mention that I saw some like comments and stuff and engagement on some of the 1 in the 99s, which is always fun to see. So, and as you had chat with someone who was responding to those, which was pretty cool. So, yeah, it's always fun to watch.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody tuning in and talking with us and having a good time. That's the whole point of this. We just like to get together every week, spend some time together since we kind of are spread across the state a little bit, so we don't get to hang out as often. So being able to get together once a week or twice a week is awesome. So that's why we started this, and we love having people join our group. So, um, with that, does this episode resolve?
It resolves.
Uh, it resolves.
All right,
We're
perfect. We'll see everybody next week. What were you
later.
saying, Josh? See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Hexproof from Ward. If you like what you heard, you can continue to listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube. You can also give us a follow on Instagram and Blue Sky. We'll see you next week.